Hello everybody, this is Tackless here again, part 2 of what is a Tackless, and we're going to make a sequence together. Going to kind of keep it straightforward. I'm going to start off with the Deepmind. It's what controls all of the clock for everything that's connected to MIDI. So I'm starting off with just a simple sequence. It's like an up-down sequence, just like octave and fifth kind of thing. That's always a good place to start from, because it's not such a defined harmony, I guess. Next I'm going to set up, well, this is the second place on the MIDI chain. It's the Behringer Crave. I'm setting up a quick, fast and dirty sequence on this. I'm focusing mainly also on octaves and fifths, but I'm just randomly throwing in a few seconds in there. Just filling up every step, few in and through skips. It could sound like crap, or it could sound okay enough to go on from here. We're going to find out soon. I'm adjusting the pulse length. It all sits in the same tempo, but that will dictate how fast it cycles through the steps within that tempo that's being set by the Deepmind. That's the volume. Kind of bringing it up a little bit. That's the frequency envelope. Opening it up a little bit. It basically brightens the sound. I think of that thing as the sound brightener a lot. It really helps to think about things a certain way that makes sense to you. You don't have to be like a scientist with an old VCA and oscillator, and oscillator is the sound making thing. LFO is the vibrato wobbly type thingy. Whatever works for you. As long as what you like. As long as you're making the sounds you like. I'm running the Behringer Crave here through this old DoD delay pedal. Guessing it's from the late 80s, early 90s. It's still cranking, and it is perfect for kind of the simple slapback echo that I set up on the Crave. A slapback is just a short echo. It's like boom, ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Hence the name slapback. Next stop on the MIDI chain, we have the Arturia DrumBrute Impact. And I'm just kind of freewheeling, going to set up a simple beat. Right now I'm just trying to make sure the 1 is where I want it to be. And it's not. The 1 is in a weird place, so I'm just going to hit stop and I'm going to hit play when it feels right. That might be okay. Yep. Okay, we're on a good 1. 1 is the first beat in a phrase or a measure. Just a little trial and error. I got a simple bass drum pulse. And now I'm trying to figure out some snare situation. There's a snare, and then there's like a second snare that's kind of like a hand clap, kind of certain kind of thing, or like a trash cymbal. So I put a little combo of that in there. I just kind of played around with it till it sounded like something I liked. Opening up the frequency envelope on the Deepmind sequence a little bit. Again, that's the brightener or brilliance knob, or whatever you want to call it. I want to make a bass line now. So on the AB switch, I'm keeping it on output B, because I have that specifically set up to route to its own channel through a loop pedal, mainly for bass lines. So now I'm going to use the CAT. That's the synthesizer that's going through the A-B switch. I'm going to use the CAT to try to come up with a bass sound. There seems to be a volume issue. That's the channel, or one of those channels is the bass, the CAT bass channel. So I'm trying to address the volume issue. I have everything going into dual stereo 4-channel Behringer amps. Alright, I'm on a better path trying to find a bass sound, but it's still a little not good. It's a little thin. And something seems a little out of tune, so I'm adjusting all the different knobs that could put the tone out of tune. I'm trying to get to a level place with the notes and the intonation. So I'm adjusting some of that LFO depth and I'm turning it all the way down so there's no vibrato or no wavering or variance in pitch. Okay, I think we're in a pretty workable place now. The sound seems good, it seems punchy, it's got a little oomph to it. So I'm just gonna try to come up with a simple bass line that's gonna repeat. I'm gonna use the loop pedal for that once I come up with something. Okay, I kind of like what that was, so I'm going to loop it. Alright, so I hit the pedal. It's in the red. That means I'm in capturing mode. So it's recording what I'm playing right now. And then soon I'm going to hit the pedal again so it could go into loop mode. It's in the green. It's in loop mode. Thumbs up. The bass line is repeating. That loop pedal is stop number 4 on the MIDI chain in terms of everything remaining in the same tempo and rhythm together. So now I got kind of a basis for a little bit of a jam. So I'm going to start to maybe layer some things on top, some ornaments and some melodies maybe. I've decided to add hi-hats to the drums. And I threw in a little hi-hat open towards the end of the phrase because it felt nice. Opening up the filter on the Crave. It's fun to just tweak that. That's the Hohner pianette. That's an old electric piano from the 60s. Hohner's known for the clavinet, which is like their electric harpsichord. This is like their electric piano. I'm going to try to come up with a phrase on this that I can loop. The final stop on the MIDI chain is the second loop pedal. That has the ability to loop anything going into my first amp, which has the CAT synth. It has this Hohner pianette, and it has anything that's running out of my laptop, which is really the Arturia collection and all of those different keyboard replicas. So now I'm trying to loop the pianette. I came up with a little phrase. Okay, and it's looping now. You can sort of hear that. It's a little quiet. That's something I gotta work on. So now I'd like to come up with a melody on the CAT. And what I did earlier, and I didn't talk about it, was I've switched off the B output on the AB switch and switched it over to A. The A channel on the AB switch is for this kind of stuff. It's for regular synthesizer fun. Melodies, sounds, whatever. It's a different channel than the B output, and it goes through that white digital delay pedal right there. It's a stereo delay, Boss. That's actually Wetzel from Fun Machine. That's his guitar pedal that he used in Fun Machine. I've commandeered it for the time being. Right there, I just looped the CAT melody I came up with, which you can hear looping now in the background. Whatever that is. I'm a huge lover of the portamento or glide function on any synthesizer. I've really grown accustomed to it with the CAT, and it's beautiful for adding expression and things like that, kind of like how a guitarist bends their string. A lot of people use the pitch bend knob, but I feel that's too unwieldy, and I like knowing what note I'm on and what note I'm going to, so I'll just temporarily slide up the portamento with my finger, use it for however long I want, even if it's for half a second, and then boom, push it back down again. I have the CAT set up in a way above the keyboard where I can easily reach it with my fingers like that if I need to. I'm layering in some Mellotron right now, the Classic 3 Violins Mark II sound that everybody rightfully so loves. I've loved that sound since I figured out what it was when I was 12, back in the 90s. And so ever since then, it's been a dream to, in whatever shape it takes, to have that sound at my fingertips, as well as that 8-voice choir sound. Oh my god. And the brass, the Mark II brass. Pretty much anything Tony Banks used. That also explains why I have a Horner Pianette. Oh, so here we go. I'm doing that portamento synthesizer thing, because I'm now gonna pretty much solo now. I got quite a bit of layers built up, so I'm gonna just kind of do a solo or a lead. Just kind of have fun now. Well, more fun. Alright, I'm gonna shut up. Thank you, everybody. I love you all. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, you should like it. That's the like button. You should subscribe with the subscribe button. There's the bell button with the notification bell. Everybody loves the bell. Do the bell. Thank you.